I'm 72 years old, and I'm about to tell you something that most people won't understand until it's already too late. Getting older doesn't make you weaker. What weakens you is continuing to live the way you did when you were younger. For most of my life, I believed power meant being busy, being needed, being approved of, being productive in the eyes of others. I thought slowing down was the same thing as giving up. I was wrong. And the truth is, after 60, real power only begins when you stop doing certain things that quietly drain your life. No one tells you this. Society doesn't benefit from older people who are calm, grounded, and self-directed. It benefits from older people who are anxious, dependent, and constantly trying to keep up. I didn't realize this until my early 60s, when something shifted inside me. Not all at once. Slowly, painfully, honestly. I started noticing that the strongest people my age weren't the loudest, the busiest, or the most impressive. They were the ones who had stopped trying. Not trying to impress, not trying to explain, not trying to prove their worth. That's when I understood something important. Power after 60 is not about adding more to your life. It's about removing what no longer serves you. Let me tell you the 5 things you must stop doing if you want to feel truly powerful in this stage of life. The first thing you must stop doing is trying to please everyone. This one takes most people a lifetime to learn. For decades, I said yes when I meant no. I showed up out of obligation. I carried guilt that wasn't mine. I worried endlessly about how I was perceived. I thought being agreeable made me a good person. All it did was make me exhausted. After 60, you begin to realize something uncomfortable. No matter how kind you are, someone will be disappointed. No matter how generous you are, someone will want more. Trying to keep everyone happy costs you your peace. And peace is your real power now. When you stop explaining your choices, stop apologizing for your boundaries, and stop seeking approval, something remarkable happens. People either adjust or they fall away, and both outcomes are a gift. The second thing you must stop doing is measuring your worth by productivity. This belief nearly destroyed me. For most of my life, I believed rest had to be earned, that if I wasn't producing something, I was wasting time. I tied my identity to usefulness. Then one day, I asked myself a question I had never dared to ask before. Who am I if I stop proving my value? The answer terrified me at first. Then it freed me. After 60, your worth is no longer tied to output. It's tied to presence, wisdom, perspective, being rather than doing. When you stop forcing yourself to stay busy just to feel relevant, you regain control over your time. And time, at this age, is the most powerful currency you have. The third thing you must stop doing is holding on to old resentments. This one is heavy. There are people who hurt you, people who disappointed you, people who never became who you hoped they would be. I carried grudges for years, believing they protected me, believing they proved I was right. All they did was keep me emotionally tied to moments that were already over. After 60, you don't have the luxury of carrying emotional weight that no longer has a purpose. Forgiveness doesn't mean what happened was acceptable. It means you are no longer willing to pay for it with your peace. The moment I let go of old anger, I felt lighter, stronger, clearer. Power comes from emotional freedom, not emotional control. The fourth thing you must stop doing is fearing solitude. This is where many people get it wrong. They think being alone means being lonely, that silence is something to be avoided, that a full calendar equals a full life. But after 60, solitude becomes a strength. It's where you hear your own thoughts again. It's where clarity returns. It's where you stop absorbing everyone else's expectations. Some of the most powerful moments of my later years happened alone. Walking, reading, sitting quietly with a cup of tea, thinking about nothing in particular. When you stop running from silence, you stop running from yourself. And when you finally feel comfortable in your own presence, you become unshakable. The fifth thing you must stop doing is living as if time is unlimited. This is the hardest truth. Every morning I wake up aware that my days are numbered, not in a fearful way, in a clarifying way. Knowing time is limited sharpens your choices. You stop tolerating nonsense. You stop postponing joy. You stop waiting for the perfect moment. Power comes from urgency without panic. When you live intentionally, every conversation matters more. Every experience becomes richer. Every day feels complete, even if it's simple. I don't rush anymore, but I don't drift either. That balance is power. Here's what no one tells you. When you stop doing these 5 things, you don't become smaller. You become calmer, clearer, stronger in ways that can't be taken from you. You stop reacting. You start choosing. And that shift changes everything. If you're over 60 and still trying to keep up with expectations that no longer fit your life, ask yourself this: who would I be if I finally gave myself permission to live on my own terms? The answer might surprise you, because the most powerful version of you is not behind you. It's waiting, quietly, for you to stop doing what no longer serves you. If this message resonated, don't ignore it. Sit with it, reflect on it, and make one small change today. Not tomorrow, not next year, today. Because after 60, power doesn't come from becoming more. It comes from letting go. The clock is still ticking, but now you get to decide how your time is spent.